I now realize that my military experience and my experiences after the military have made me a compelling, unique candidate for college and employment. It was just about finding the right fit. I always wanted to go to college, especially that Hollywood college experience with the beautiful quad, big brick buildings, small class sizes, but it was a vague kind of longing. I didn't think college was really for people like me. I am a queer, trans disabled veteran. I grew up in rural Wisconsin on a flower farm. My parents are teachers. The expectation was there, kind of vaguely, that I would go to college, but as to paying for it or what I would do after to pay off my student loans, that wasn't clear at all. That's actually part of the reason I joined the military. But after the military, I didn't have my full GI Bill, and I didn't know how to pay for college still. I didn't know that 4 years of Williams would cost me less than 2 semesters at community college. After leaving the service in 2011, I wasn't really sure where I was going. I was focused on getting stable employment and housing. I applied to Veterans in Piping and was accepted. That brought me to DC, where I was a plumber welder for several years, and bartended during community college. During this time, I started working on transgender military advocacy and helped found Sparta, an organization supporting transgender military personnel. In 2016, I transferred to Williams College in Massachusetts. There, I forfeited my credits to spend more time at school and eventually majored in philosophy and sociology. After graduating, I joined ZX Ventures, Anheuser-Busch InBev's Global Innovation and Investment Division. This journey has been a lot of hard work, but some points are pretty memorable and a little dramatic. 1. I was accepted to Williams off the transfer waitlist during my last day of the Warrior Scholar Project Bootcamp. A retired general was speaking to us, and I bolted out of the room from a front row seat to freak out in the hallway. 2. Late in my sophomore year, I was working on my resume with a Williams friend who is also a veteran. We had been friends for 2 years at this point, and I never really communicated the extent of my community service work, or that it was entrepreneurial in nature at all. I saw it as work that needed to be done. I remember him getting up from the dining room table, swearing at me, going to the kitchen to get a beer, and coming back to explain that the advocacy work I'd been doing for 7 years was impactful, important, and I was absolutely terrible at explaining the value of my work. And 3, junior fall finals period. On Sunday morning, I spent an hour talking with a philosophy professor over coffee. He called me out for treating college like a zero-sum game or job training. I was really demoralized. I had sent out countless internship applications and had several interviews, but no offers. I was wondering if I just needed to grind out a minor in computer science in order to have a hard skill set. I didn't know what I was going to do. My professor pointed out that I was acting as if my worst case scenario was as bad as it had been before Williams. He pointed out that I hadn't actually internalized how drastically my life had changed for the better. My odds of being homeless or unemployed were much lower than they were before Williams. And the next day, as I was writing a finals paper, I received an internship offer from ZX Ventures. I successfully completed my internship, received a return offer, and now I work there full time. I did what I did because I had to, and I surrounded myself with people who wanted to see me succeed. They saw something in me that was far greater than anything I saw in myself. And now it's going to be okay. I never thought I'd be able to say that. But my life now is far better than my wildest dreams. I have a lot to thank my education and the people I surrounded myself with for that. And in hindsight, I'm not sure how I got here or how I did this, how I kept moving, how I got the work done. I don't really have an answer for how I got to Williams, except I just kept moving and I wanted something more.